Dear friends, welcome to the course number ECO703A. It is a PhD level, or using the American terminology, it's a graduate level course titled Quantitative Methods, that is to equip PhD level students of economics with certain mathematical tools which they require. In our departments in the Department of Economic Sciences at IIT Kanpur, there's a lot of researchers who work on applied microeconomics, and so as a result they use a lot of econometric techniques. So keeping in view of that, we have considered linear algebra as a kind of important module for this course, because linear algebra is very much used in the study of econometrics. Secondly, we have introduced real analysis, but not real analysis of that you study in your undergraduate level or even master's level for economic students, but real analysis which is the one which is allowing you to study things at a higher level and look into things like general equilibrium or other look into several kinds of equilibrium problems like War-Russian equilibrium and Nash equilibrium and so on and so forth, or, or Nash-Cournot equilibrium, whatever you want to say. There are several things. So another aspect is probability. Without probability analysis and linear algebra, these basic tools, optimization comes as a very specialized tool for which we need a very separate course completely. It's a very key tool. But these are three important tools. But we will spend a large amount of time on linear algebra, one module, and probability, one module, 30 lectures. Another 30 or 32 lectures, whichever, however time that we may take. Remaining 8 to 10 lectures would be on probability. So probability will start with the introduction, random variables, their distributions, what do you mean by them, and then there will be an emphasis on taking you to what is called stochastic processes by studying the gambler's mean problem and random walks. We'll not get into other things like Brownian motion and all those things, because ultimately those are the things that you would need to study finance, for example. Like if you study quantitative finance where you want to do pricing, this is what you would actually, this is what I actually envisage, right? That this is what you will finally get. Now, it's important that I also tell you what are the ideas that I am going to speak about. Linear algebra would start from the very basic and go through the fundamentals, through eigenvalue, eigenvectors into and end in singular value decomposition of matrices. While in the analysis part, there will be only two lectures which will recall what you have learned in basic real analysis or advanced calculus, if you want to say, and then study metric spaces and some particular metric spaces called norm linear spaces, in order to get you to do problems using controls and calculus of variation. So essentially, idea would be to give you a flavor of optimization in infinite dimensions. In finite dimensions, you have an idea of optimization problems, but in infinite dimensions, people hardly have any training, especially for economics. So, this would be, in that sense, pretty useful to you. I would request you that you should listen to the three lectures. As I have already said, the lectures would be uploaded on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Saturday. If not Saturday, it could be Friday. So, three lectures would be uploaded around 40-45 minutes each. So, in a 50 minutes class, you usually in a physical class you would spend 5-10 minutes telling this and that, and so 40 minutes of the technical content. So the nature of lecture wouldn't be like this, me sitting there and writing something. Like the lecture would be that it will be pre-recorded. You will have a YouTube link, and it will be also on the Hello IITK portal, and it will be that there will be the lecture slides, largely handwritten, sometimes typed, largely handwritten, but you will not see me. Sometimes you will see me on the side when I'll share both the screen. I'm actually using the QuickTime player in my MacBook to make up these videos, and they will be part of my YouTube channel too, and also and that link would be given, so that there's a broader community out there who might be interested. So, what I would request you to go through all the lectures, and every Wednesday at 11, which is the class hour of this course, we would want to have a discussion every week. And in that discussion, we can discuss many topics, several questions. A Zoom link would be sent to you. So, all these things would be done. So, you don't have to worry about that. Of course, next Wednesday we will not have the discussion because it's just the course is starting. Following that, from the following Wednesday, every Wednesday except holidays, we will have discussions. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That 12th we won't have discussions, but 19th we will have discussions. 26th we will have discussions, and so forth. And keeping things in view, I would today first tell you the books that I will use for my course here, and the books for the real analysis part, which will be a book called, a very nice book published by Princeton University Press called Real Analysis and Economic Applications by Ife A. Oak. So this is a very good book here because the study of advanced theories like metric spaces, norm spaces are very nicely given here. They will talk about correspondences, which are set valued maps. We'll talk about fixed point theorems and their application to prove this generalized stuff like Nash equilibrium and all these things. This Kakutani fixed point theorem and Browder's fixed point theorem. So it will take time. This is a very ambitious thing. I think this course is coming for the first time. This is very ambitious. So, but it would take time. But I assure you that it will equip you very well. For the linear algebra course, I will largely depend on two books. One is called Linear Algebra Done Right by Sheldon Axler, and by Sheldon Axler. It's a Springer book, and the other is Linear Algebra for Everyone by Gilbert Strang. So anyone, as you do this course, you should also sometimes you at all find time to go to these wonderful MIT Open Courseware lectures of on linear algebra by Gilbert Strang, because that is wonderful because it actually shows you a lot more applications, and it's a whole course on linear algebra. It's a 37 lectures, and so a lot can be done in that time period compared to these 15 lectures where things are quite very compressed and you have to do it quite fast. So that might take that. I'm of course each of these lectures you'll have the notes. That you can be rest assured that notes would be given to you. The PDF of the notes will go there. So you go to your class links. So that you don't have to worry. So I would say that you don't necessarily get worried about this course, thinking that will be extremely mathematical. Mathematics courses are supposed to be mathematical. There is no other way out of it. And what is more important is that you look at lectures, attend the discussion hours. You will have assignments given, and whenever there is a question, you should be asking me. So after the first discussion, if required, I'll put down my phone number. You can even call me if you feel that there is a question that you want to ask me. So thank you, and I hope you will join me and we will share some ideas. See, these courses at graduate level cannot be just some a mere theater show where somebody, a teacher, is just giving some lectures and you are listening to it and not bothering much or just bothering up before the examination. So I would rather request you to really focus on the lectures because this is a graduate course and things would come up to a good level pretty fast. And don't worry much if you don't understand things. I'm always there to help you. And As far as the questions etc. are concerned, we can talk it out in the discussion hour. But do also use the web for more information about the subject. So with this, basically start today's first introductory class. You can say it's an introduction to the course, and tomorrow you will have an uploaded version of the first lecture. So this week we have one lecture, and because our course is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so we will start with the classes on 7th Friday. Today is a introductory lecture, but it's very important for economics students to know at the very outset that without mathematics you cannot do many things in economics. Economics is a mathematical subject because if you just look at any economic theory or discussion, there can be several interpretations of a particular thing, and then things becomes ambiguous. The mathematics is the only way to remove ambiguity and have an ideal structure of our models. Models are never reality. When you model in any subject, economics or physics, your one leg is on one foot is on reality and other is in fantasy. So it's a kind of mixture. So in that sense, economics make it look now make it less ambiguous. So you have uh, uh, structures, and of course you might think that why you need to do all this mathematical modeling. They might not exactly fit in what you see in reality, uh, because you have to have a benchmark for something against which you can see how much your ideas actually deviate from reality. But mathematical ideas have actually worked over many decades. That has been seen that mathematics has been a big boon to economics. And so hope with this little pep talk, kind of a pep talk if you want, I would like to rest my case, and then I would start off talking about linear algebra, a subject which many of you possibly have known. But I would expect you that the basic prerequisite when we start our module about linear algebra is to know what is a two-dimensional geometric vector and a three-dimensional geometric vector. And if that concept is there, starting from there, we will go forward and things would look very comfortable. And we will see in our lectures tomorrow, and you can write a mail in the course alias asking comments, giving comments about the lectures. If you find flaws, you are free to do that. Please be helpful. So thank you very much, and I would say a goodbye, and I hope to deliver the lecture tomorrow morning. Thank you.